Hey, Popeye are the latest.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. So in today's journey, we are going to be starting at Mount Carey in the parish of St. James. We are heading to Montego Bay, also in the parish of St. James. We'll be passing areas like Anchovy and we'll be going down the long hill. Sit back, relax and drive with me. Now, yesterday, we had asked that persons who had purchased properties at the Ocean Terrace in Cave in the parish of Westmoreland to contact an email address. Now, the person who sent us the email address, they had made a mistake. They had left off the C. The correct email address to contact is aketri2@gmail.com. It is spelled ACKEETREE2@gmail.com. And for persons living overseas, please, we know that money is hard to come by. You work in snow, you work in sun, you work in rain to earn your money. Please, do your due diligence before sending your money to do any sort of business in Jamaica. Yeah man, check it out. Check out things properly. It's better you lose out on a good deal rather than losing your hard-earned money. Now, today, we have a number of stories for you. In the last story, a man was shot and killed in Westmoreland yesterday. You're gonna want to hear why this man was taken out by hoodlums. Stick around. But first up, this incident, it took place early yesterday morning, Tuesday, April 26th, 2022, about 6:30. It took place at Springfield. Now, Springfield is in the Springmount police area in the parish of St. James. Our information is that a man, his name is Mark Young. He was 22 years old and he lived at Spring Gardens in the parish of St. James. Our information is that Mark, he was riding a motorcycle along the Springfield main road when he collided into a white Toyota Hiace minibus. This bus, it was being operated as a public passenger vehicle. As a result of this collision, Mark, he was flung from the motorcycle onto the asphalted road. He received head injuries. He was transported to the Falmouth Hospital, where he died about 1:30 yesterday afternoon whilst he was being treated. Sad indeed. Condolences to his family and his friends. Now, so you have heard about the disturbance at the Cornwall Regional Hospital yesterday. Well, here is what happened. I was reading the Gleaner this morning and I see where the Gleaner published the person's name. So I'm going to be calling the name right here. So there's this young man. His name is Terrone Broomfield, not Tyrone. Terrone. Broomfield. He is popularly known as Grin. Now, Grin, he is 25 years old. Now, we have no information that this man is a Don, as is being said elsewhere. We are told that he used to operate a taxi, but because of his ill health, he had to stop. He lived in the parish of St. James at a place named Mafuta. Now, Grin, he is diagnosed with diabetes. His family, though, they believe in Obia. What, you don't know what Obia is? Okay. Well, many of you might know about witchcraft. In Jamaica, it is called Obia. Grin's family, they are of the view that somebody set dopey upon him. Oh, you don't know what that means either? Well, Grin's family, they are of the view that a ghost is haunting him. We are told that they have been taking Grin to all kind of Obia man, but he still wasn't getting any better. So on Saturday, April 23, 2022, Grin's condition got worse because the Obia man medicine was not working out at all. It is reported that Grin's family, they rushed him to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where he was immediately admitted. It is said that Grin, based on his condition and how he was reacting, the doctors and the nurses, they had to restrain him. They restrained him by tying him to the bed that he was on. Now, fast forward to yesterday, April 26th, 2022. It is said that the family of Green, they were now of the view that they had found the perfect Obia man who could cure Green. It's not a laughing matter, you know. A serious business, may I tell you. So the family, yesterday, it is said that they found the perfect Obia man. That Obia man, we are told, is based in the Adelphi area in the parish of St. James. As a result, family members and friends of Green, they went to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where they demanded that he be released. It is said that they went to the ward where he was staying and they cut off the restraint off his hands. The doctors at the hospital, they didn't want them to leave with Green, so there was a standoff. He was, however, allowed to leave when his mother signed his release papers. It was reported elsewhere that Green was suffering from gunshot wounds. Nothing like that. It was also reported that persons were armed with guns and threatened to shoot up the hospital. Nothing like that. Do you believe? you really feel, say, whether it want be 10 or 20 or 30 men could have gone on the Cornwall Regional Hospital compound. The police were now there and they had guns and threatened to shoot up the place. And you believe, say, the police would have just allowed them to leave just like that? With all the artilleries, all the manpower at their disposal? You feel so? Anyhow, let's see if this Obia man is gonna cure Green, or he will have to be taken back to the Cornwall Regional Hospital. We'll be watching this one very closely. Obia, boy, may I tell you. Now, in this next story, we are learning that a team of police officers from Montego Bay, assisted by a team from the JDF, they were on patrol in the Rosites area of Montego Bay last night, Tuesday, April 26th, 2022. About some minutes to 8 o'clock, it is said that they went into a lane. That lane, it is named Matches Lane. It is said that on the approach of the joint police military team, a group of men, they were seen. On seeing the team, the men ran off in various directions. The team, we are told, they gave chase, but the men, they made good their escape. Our understanding is that the team, they carried out an extensive search of the area and bingo, one Glock 9mm pistol with the serial number intact, affixed with a magazine containing 18 rounds of 9mm cartridges was found. It was found amongst some rocks. Now, although no one was arrested, we would like to say congratulations to this hard-working team of police officers and soldiers. We are told that this particular police team, every single week that you can think of, they recover at least 2 firearms in the parish of St. James. Enough respect. Now, onto the mayhem that these illegal weapons are causing. And this is the reason why we are happy when the police recover illegal guns. Now, in this first incident, it took place at Albion Lane in Montego Bay in the parish of St. James. It took place yesterday morning, Tuesday, April 26th, 2022, about 6:30. Our information is that a man, his name is Oniel Whyte. He was popularly known as Jakes. Jakes, he was 45 years old and he lived at Albion Lane in Montego Bay in the parish of St. James. So our information is that Jakes, he was walking along Albion Lane when a white Toyota Axio motor car drove up and stopped. It is said that it stopped at the feet of Jakes. Our information is that 2 hoodlums jumped out of this car. One of them was armed with an M16 rifle, whilst the other one, he was armed with an AK-47 rifle. It is said that the hoodlums, they held on to Jakes and pulled him to a section of the roadway. They asked him a few questions, Jakes responded, and then that was it for Jakes. That was the end of the road for him. The hoodlums, we are told, they opened gunfire at Jakes at point blank range. He received bullet wounds to his head and his upper body. It is said that Jakes, he died on the spot. The hoodlums, they then jumped back into the white Toyota Axio motor car, making good their escape. The mayhem. Now, the next incident, it took place a few minutes later, about 7 o'clock. Yesterday morning as well. Tuesday, April 26th, 2022. Like we said, about 7 o'clock. It took place at a place named Valley Heights. Now, Valley Heights is in the GreenPond area in Montego Bay in the parish of St. James. Our information is that residents of Valley Heights, they reportedly heard loud explosions sounding like gunshots. As a result, the police were called. On the arrival of the police, a man, he's identified as Joseph McIntosh. He is 28 years old and he lived in the same area of Valley Heights. Joseph, he was seen lying on his back with gunshot wounds to his face. He was taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where Joseph, he was officially pronounced DEAD. The mayhem. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. You're not tired of the mayhem, not true? You're not tired of the sad stories, not true? At the end of the day, at the end of the day, we are not the ones creating the mayhem. As a matter of fact, despite what many of you might want to think, we would love for the mayhem to stop so that we can start bringing you some good news. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, like I always say, we must face reality as it is, not as it was or how we wish for it to be. That is the only way we are going to be tackling our problems. Our aim on this channel is to bring you the information. Our aim is to help you to help yourself. What we do over here is that we go above and beyond to get the behind the scenes information and bring them to you. So, if you have not yet done so, remember to hit on the like button. That is all we are asking of you. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, remember, hit on the subscribe button, then hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we upload a new video, you will be the first to be notified. Also, coming up next, we'll be carrying the birthday and anniversary greetings on PNL Vlogs TV. Now, in the final story for today, and in this story, pay close attention. Yeah, man, pay close attention. Now, on Wednesday, December 1, 2021, about some minutes to 9 p.m., that man that you're seeing on your screen, his name is Jashane Johnson. He was popularly known as Togo or Simple. He was 27 years old and he lived at Friendship in the parish of Westmoreland. It is said that a motorcycle was stolen and Togo, and the date and time that we just said, he was on his way to return the motorcycle. Now, there are two reports. One of them is that Togo was the person who stole the motorcycle in the first place. The second report is that Togo, he knew the person who stole the motorcycle and he had gone to collect it from the person who stole it and was on his way to return it. What cannot be disputed is that Togo, he was riding the stolen motorcycle. Another man was riding another motorcycle. He was traveling behind Togo. Our information is that on reaching a certain section along the Red Hills main road. Now, the Red Hills main road is in the Burn Savannah area in the parish of Westmoreland. On reaching a certain section along the Red Hills main road, Togo was ambushed. He was shot and he was killed. The motorcycle that he was returning, it was taken from him. The other man who was riding some distance behind Togo, he escaped injuries. Now, our information is that this man who was riding with Togo, he was shot and wounded sometime after because it is said that he knew the persons who had shot and taken out Togo. Now, after Togo's demise, 3 names were called. Now, pay attention. 3 names were called after Togo was taken out. These 3 names, they were said to be the 3 persons involved in Togo's death. One of the men, his name is Vivian Henry. He is popularly known as Solan. Now, Solan, he is 38 years old and he lives in the same area of Friendship. A second person's name was called. That man, his name is Wayne Ottey. He is popularly known as ROMIE and he is also called Cripple. He is 21 years old and he lives in the same Friendship area. The third person, whose name was called, he shall remain nameless for the time being. Now, the next day after Togo's death, it is said that Vivian Henry, popularly known as Solan, he was driving along the Barham Main Road in the parish of Westmoreland when he was ambushed. His car, it was sprayed with bullets. However, Solan, he escaped unhurt. He was subsequently taken into custody by the police, where he was arrested and officially charged for murder. He was charged for murder with the death of Togo. We are told that Solan, he is still in custody, awaiting his trial. Now, yesterday morning, Tuesday, April 26th, 2022, about 8:30. And I don't know if by now you realize the pattern. All 3 incidents, the 2 in Montego Bay that you carried before, and this one, they happened in the morning, broad daylight. So like we were saying, yesterday morning, a man was walking along the Red Hills Main Road. Yeah man, the same Red Hills Main Road, where Togo, he was ambushed and taken out. This man, our information is that he was confronted by hoodlums. These hoodlums, they were armed with guns. It is said that the hoodlums, they opened gunfire on this man, hitting him multiple times in his head and his upper body. This man, he was killed on the spot. In fact, let me fast forward a little bit and tell you something. When this crime scene was processed, our information is that 26 9mm spent shells were recovered from this scene. Now, have you figured out the name of the man who was killed as yet? You haven't? So what, you were not paying attention? Didn't I tell you, say, you must pay close attention? Okay, let me remind you. You remember I told you that 3 names were called with the demise of Togo? One of the names called was Solan. Vivian Henry, popularly known as Solan, well, he is now in jail. I didn't call one of the names, but do you remember that I told you that the third man's name who was called, his name is Wayne Ottey, popularly known as Cripple or ROMIE? Well, ROMIE, he was the man that was shot and taken out yesterday morning at Red Hills. And like I said, 26 9mm spent shells were recovered from this scene. We are told that ROMIE, at least 15 of these bullets hit him. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye NewzLynx and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them block out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back, give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica, oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica, oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder.